a teacher, like just start walking up, I'll hand you the mic, and then we'll go down the list, all right? So next up we have Alex.
All right, howdy. So raise your hand if you've ever called a business and got sent to voicemail. Okay, and now keep it up if you just hung up and called someone else. Yeah, because that's what normal dudes do nowadays, right? We usually leave voicemail. So when businesses miss calls, what do they miss as well, or lose as well? They miss revenue, money, correct. And you know where this is like especially painful? In property management. Like dudes get calls worth a couple grand a month, and every single call is extremely valuable. So according to a statistic that I found, a statistic like an analysis of 170,000 calls to leasing offices, 6 out of 10 calls actually go unanswered. And according to another statistics, 87% of those calls, they like 87% of people would rather call another office than leave a voicemail. So not only that, but property managers also get a lot of stupid calls like, I got a credit score of 400 and a monthly income of $50 and I want to rent your most expensive property. I don't care what you think. I just want to sign a deal, you know? So this is a huge problem. And my solution to this is called Boxwing Sentinel. This is a 24/7 AI voice agent that I train on my clients' specific properties and connected to the software that they're already using, like a CRM, for example. So it basically can log maintenance requests, book showings, send confirmations, all automatically without any human involvement. And basically the most exciting part is that my agents are up to 12 times less expensive than a human receptionist. And unlike humans, they never call in sick, they don't require expensive training, and they also never get tired or moody. So if you're still sending leads to voicemail in 2026, you'd better get yourself a Boxing Sentinel. And in terms of what I'm looking for, I'm basically looking for anyone excited about voice AI, developers, marketing specialists, and clients. So if you know anybody who's spending all their day on the phone and is frustrated by that, feel free to reach out. Thank you. So you mean that there are already like existing AI voice agents on the market, right? Okay. Well, yeah. So in my opinion, like, yeah, I definitely have a lot of competitors, but I think my main advantage now is speed, because it's still kind of early, and a lot of property managers haven't even heard about AI voice agents and the possibility. Like my first client is so non-technical that like he was like, oh wow, that's such a huge opportunity. And I'm sure there are a lot of people like that. So I'm sure that if I target people like fast enough and find as many property managers as early as possible, I think I don't need to care about competition that much. But I'm also developing a custom solution right now. I'm working with 2 software engineers that have master's degrees. So we're kind of trying to, you know, build something really special. So so currently with my existing solution, I'm using 11 Labs, yeah, for my text-to-speech model, right? But again, currently I'm developing a custom solution. I'm exploring like different models. For example, Microsoft just dropped Vibe Voice, which is a really new model that is like really, really realistic. And Gemini or Google just dropped the Gemini 3.1 Flash Live, which is a speech-to-speech model, and it's also amazing. So we're kind of experimenting with my technical guys. Yeah, it's still up to us to decide, you know, so it's still in the confirmation phase and stuff to be decided. Anybody else? Yep. Yeah, so basically, well, I haven't worked with a lot of clients yet because I just have one client, but all I need is to have a short onboarding session where I collect like information as much data as I can from my client, like about their properties, about like their processes, workflows, and like the questions that they usually kind of answer, right? And then I build an agent, like a really detailed prompt for my agent, so it follows it, and then I basically test test it with my client, see the feedback, and all this stuff. In terms of connections to different software, again, I haven't worked with such a complicated use case yet, but well, it's still something down the road. So yeah, very simple. Okay, last question. Okay. Thank you so much, guys.
Alex? Oh, I'm so sorry. Joe Gonzalez, I apologize. Okay.
Okay, real quick, I want to introduce myself. My name is Joe Gonzalez. I'm from Southern California. Literally picked up my family on Wednesday, drove them out to Austin. Quick background. I was in law enforcement for 15 years. I was a gang investigator for 6 years. For 2 of those years, I was with the FBI on the Hardcore Gangs Task Force. That's all I've ever known. I got in a crazy pursuit in shooting. I have 50 million views on YouTube, literally. Like, check it, I swear. I'm not lying. 50 million, I got no royalties out of that. So that's not good. That sucks, yeah. So again, I got good coaching, mentorship. I knew like what I had to do. Bedros Koulian, he's got millions of followers on social media. He's literally my coach. He's kind of like my neighbor, lives down the street from me. I was gonna scale a baseball gym. He's like, no, Joe, screw that. I started dabbling in real estate, so I'm in multifamily real estate. In the last 12, or actually 13 months now, my partner and I, we've been able to close over 200 units of real estate. God willing, in the next 60 days, we'll have another 300. We have 300 units in Midland, Texas that we're supposedly gonna close on. All goes well. Now, why am I here? Because I know what the future is and I know how important AI is. For the last 3 months, I've been obsessed with AI, OpenClaw, all that good stuff. And I have created, I call it Hawkeye. I'm probably gonna have to change that name though for copyright infringement. Because I've created an underwriting tool. It's institutional level underwriting mixed with creative financing. It takes people 2, 3, 4 hours data entry to do multifamily underwriting. I could do it in 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, I've done $40 million deals, $2 million deals, $800,000 deals. Speed is money, so that's what I know. However, that is taking too much of my time. I came to Austin because apparently this is like the AI capital besides Silicon Valley. I need to find somebody that could do AI better than I can because I need to go out to rooms. I need to get more money. I need to get more property. I have the brain. I put Harvard Business School, case studies. Like I said, if whatever's above obsessed, that's what I am. So that's all I've been doing with this AI agent. If anybody knows how to work agentic automation, all that flows, don't get me wrong. I learned myself. I've literally taught myself in 3 months. It's pretty damn good. Time. It wasn't bad. I went over 15 seconds. Questions? Go ahead, sir. Was kind of the front end because underwriting is the beginning of the deal. Obviously, I do have property management that I'm going to start scaling eventually, everything automation, but I need, I guess the workflows, I need to get more deals. Send me a deal, I can underwrite it in 2 minutes. You know, I have access to capital, I'm not going to lie. Like, I got in some very good rooms like this. I mean, I literally drove here 20 hours just to come in this room. So I'm pretty crazy. Yeah. Sir. Ooh, this is gonna sound kind of dumb. PDFs are driving me nuts. People send me emails in PDF form and my OpenClaw cannot read it. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, it takes me 20, 30 minutes and I don't have 20, 30 minutes. I got 2 minutes. I need a PDF converter. That sounds simple, I know, but that's one of my bottlenecks right now. I need somebody that's better at AI than I am, literally. And I think this is the spot. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty damn good, so you got to be good. Yes, sir. One more. That's all I got. Everything Excel, T12s, all that rent rolls. OMs are kind of like killing me right now, but usually everything else is pretty automated. I searching for properties. I need all that good stuff. So cool.
Okay, Brian? Brian?
Hey everyone, my name is Brian. I'm sorry, I'm a bit down today. I ran like 20 feet. I'm about to fall to the floor. So what you see here, this is called Astro Origins. Used to be called Astro Origins. We're restructuring to Astro Origins. Well, what it's meant for, the main purpose of Astro Origins here is meant for the next era of connectivity, which is space connectivity, seeing as the space industry is one of the biggest industry that's going to influence our daily lives down the road and practically the way we think, the way we see the world, and every possibility out there. And since it's actually revolutionizing technology right here, right now, and for the next era of mobility as well, which is the autonomous mobility. So it's just about staying connected to the space industry and heightening collaboration within all the new companies. Wait, how do I say it? Within the key companies revolutionizing the space sector as well. So there is a lot happening in the space industry itself, and it's like I said, it's about to revolutionize everything in the world. And this is just a very basic step of what you see here of what's going on. And I've been doing this on my own. I'm putting my own life on the line for this, and I really don't care. This is what I believe in. And if you really want to get to know what this is about, this is a pure representation and authentic representation of who I am. So if you really want to figure out what's going on there, just get to know me. I'm a very simple person, a very open-minded person, but I continuously seek the higher purpose in life, the higher value. And Astro Origins right there, it has a lot of meanings, a lot of goals, and a really big vision for it for the space industry as a whole. There is lots of investment going on there, lots of revolution going on, and technology as a whole is being revolutionized within the space industry. And I have lots of partnerships lined up, and I'm really hoping to make it there. I'm not hoping, I am going to make it there. So that's it. 2 minutes. Any questions? Any questions at all? Yeah. No? All right. Yeah. Go ahead. All right. I didn't really explain what this is. So this is basically a user interactive platform for the space industry. So basically, it's like you see all the current social media going on, but the social media right now, they are not really innovating or moving forward with time, right? So we are going into like the main purpose of Astro Origins is to stay ahead with time for the next era of what's about to come, which is the space connectivity. Like connectivity as a whole is being revolutionized within the space industry, right? I mean, shit, we're going to make it to the moon and Mars, right? So, and we are going to deploy Starlink and internet connectivity within like moon, Mars, Earth. So the whole point of it is the World Wide Web, like right now, the internet is based on the World Wide Web, www, right? www dot. So it's the World Wide Web. So as soon as we make it space, the World Wide Web is literally going to be non-existent anymore. It's going to be a space connectivity for everything. You know, so like, it's just about hopping on board the next era and moving along with time, right? So it's about the next era of connectivity, which is the next phase of the internet, and the next era of mobility, which is everything going autonomous. It's about staying connected to everything that's going on within the space industry based on autonomy. Make sense? Excuse me, everyone. So basically, our main users, it's meant to be business to business. For all the new key players in the space companies, revolutionizing the space company. I mean, obviously you have SpaceX, Blue Origin, Firefly Aerospace, Intuitive Machines, Rocket Lab, and there are lots of different companies in the space industry that no one has ever heard of. But I'm keeping up with them, and like this is the only thing I want. It's like the saying goes, I like more information with my information. So it's more about information, user interactive. It's about getting space to the people in a more accessible way, and about getting all the resources within the space industry to the people in a much more easier way. Seeing as all the other social media are just seriously outdated. I mean, shit. Last year, I tried to sign up on Facebook, just sign up. They literally banned me. Oh, you have violated our rules and guidelines. I was like, what the hell did I do? All I did was sign up. Are you kidding me? Like, these people are freaking corrupted. Like, do you really want to stick around them? I want to stick around truth. I want to stick around truthful information. I want to stick around life. So this is more about the value of life, you know? So this is, yeah. 2 more questions. Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead. So right now, I'm not making money. Right now, we are going through development number 9. And with the web, like the website you see right here, this is the beta. So this is web version 8.0, and it's going to be released sometimes towards the end of May, like soon. And we've introduced lots of new features. And as far as subscriptions, I really would have loved to actually offer them now, but it's probably going to be till July. But we are going to offer subscriptions, and it's like I said, it's not only about making money. Obviously, like you have to make money because it's business, right? But like it's about being integrated and giving a home for the space industry to be able to be more visible. It's more about giving a character to the space industry, right? But as far as money, it's just basic subscriptions initially, and I'll take it from there. And it's like I said, I have lots of partnerships down the road because I mean, I just love to work with people. And it's like I said, this is a pure representation of who I am, and I just love building relations with people, client relations, and whatever it is. And I mean, I have just one company through which this whole thing is actually influenced by. If anyone has ever heard of Bungie Inks, you probably didn't, but I grew up with it. And I just love what they do. And yeah, so this is one of my partnerships that I have down the line for them. But yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So for now, I'm not getting access. I mean, I'm doing this solo. I'm doing this on my own. But for now, no, I do not have access. But I am working on just being integrated in the market. Obviously, I'm like going small steps, step by step. And down the road, will definitely hop on board with like the next whatever's coming up. I mean, obviously, SpaceX and all these big companies, they know what's going on and they know what they're doing. So as soon as that becomes more public, we'll definitely hook up there, right? Aside from that, just so that I close, we are taking, as the beta is about to end, we are open for user feedback. Anyone who wants to join the beta and give us, and find out any bugs, glitches, any feedback on how to improve, we're open for that. And we are open for all you tech innovators and AI to advertise with us. So thank you so much.
Okay, who's next? Sean with Unidesk.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean. I just moved here about a month ago from Jacksonville, Florida. Bit of my background, I've done robotics, I've done YouTube videos, we've done billions of views in tech and gaming. You can look us up, Overkill Gaming. But that leads me to my latest venture, the most boring part of software, enterprise level software. So basically, Unidesk is an AI platform, IT platform. So we do help desk and asset management for businesses. And we are currently in the beta phase with a church in New York, and we are already solving 60 to 70% of their tickets. So yeah, you can see the UI right here. We are kind of like the most simplest IT dashboard out there. And then we're currently, yeah, I think that's it. So I'm very quick with it. I mean, just help desk and asset management, that's it. So yeah, so there's, which part? Yeah, so basically a company like you know ServiceNow, Zendesk, all those people. So basically, all you got to do is just sign up. You'll pay for the free trial, and then boom, you're in. And then you can connect your Google Workspace. So basically, our AI agent can basically reset passwords, solve tickets for you. And basically, so Becky from the front desk, like, hey, my printer's broken. Usually, a normal IT person will be like, okay, I'll ask all these questions, or basically just an LLM will ask all these questions. Any ticketing system can add AI into. In fact, ServiceNow has been doing it. But with us, we have a knowledge base inside of Unidesk, so it knows the company-specific problems inside Unidesk. So whenever someone, Becky's like, hey, the front desk printer's broken, and knows exactly what the fix is and exactly what the problem is, it'd be like, hey, go to the front desk, do this thing on the password, blah, blah, blah. And it tells Becky how to solve the problem instead of just an LLM asking multiple questions. So. Yeah, so we just do one onboarding session. We usually, for the beta section, we're going through a filtering process. We already have multiple companies that wanted to do with us. But we require a certain amount of IT people on their team, a certain amount of assets to get the most user feedback out of them. So it's usually around 1 to 2 days to get them onboarded fully in, and then they set up their Google Workspace, making sure their domain's set up inside Unidesk, and making sure that they import all their knowledge bases and documentation inside Unidesk so the AI can learn from it and to start selling tickets just like that. Any other questions? Yeah. Yeah, so we have our own workflow builder inside Unidesk. It's kind of like, we also partner with Zapier. We're a Zapier partner, so you can integrate it with Google Works or Microsoft. Any type of apps that Zapier works with, we also work with too. But we have our own workspace builder inside where you can just do like, if a ticket priority is this, it'll solve this, or just if and and statements. It's simple, but our biggest, I guess, if someone wants to do workflows, we got them to our Zapier integration. Yeah. I have not thought about fraud yet. Right. So in order to have a reset password, so AIs are not allowed to reset passwords automatically. You can add that, but they're not on default. They're not. For stuff like that, you have to email like your email address to. It could be like the support email that goes to Unidesk. It has to come from that email. If any other email tries to email that, I guess, support email that's connected to, I'm saying email a lot, to Unidesk, it will just say, hey, you're not a user. What are you doing? But only IT for right now for default, you can click one button to reset the password and then automatically send them a reset password, temp password thing. So, yep. I think we're good. Yeah, we're 4 minutes. Thank you.
All right, who's next? Brandon?
All right, hey there, I'm Brandon Richard. Wanted to spend a few minutes pitching you Belay. So very simply, whoops. I think the problem we have today is it's very difficult to figure out what's happening around you. So like tonight, there's a ton of speakers, a ton of QR codes, and I would like to know who all of you are. I have to wait till you speak or I have to talk to you personally. So I'd like a way to discover what's happening around me. Some ideas, and the same idea is, well, what if I was at a venue and I was going to hear some music? I'd like to see what the playlist was. Maybe the opening act could post their merch table, or they could send information about it as well. After this event tonight, maybe there's things in this area we could all go do together. Maybe there's a great restaurant. Maybe at that restaurant, there's a great special, or there's something happening that's unique. I'd like to be able to find these things without having someone to tell me about what they are. So Belay is very simple. It's a really live map of what's happening around you. So you can open up your browser right now, go to belay.com, and you'll see a list of things happening. So I've created a little event here. It says Austin Startup, and I posted the link to, like, do you want to pitch? But ultimately, what I'd like to invite all of you to do today, if you have anything, if you've posted a QR code of any kind, is go ahead, sign up for it, and based on your location, it will post your specific message, kind of see them there, and it's really easy for people to find. So it's filtered by distance. So basically by doing this, you'll see all the events that are around here, and everything just lasts for 24 hours. So this isn't like a Yelp. It's not going to be out there for like days or weeks. It's really sort of like, here's what's happening. 24 hours goes by, and then hopefully new things will be happening. So tonight we're at Station 11. There's like a million different meetups. So maybe tomorrow's meetup, for example, they could be posting things as well. So the site is live. Like I said before, it's very easy to sign up. You can do it on your mobile device. Feel free. I really ultimately like to invite all of you who have to share anything to go ahead, sign up and share it. And if you don't want to speak, it's kind of intimidating to be up here. Maybe you can just post what you're looking for and a little description of what it is. And that's another way to network. So go ahead, head over to belay.com. It's live today. Give it a try. Okay, so with that, I will take my 3 questions. The woman in the back here. Well, I would hope, I think it's mostly for events. Seem like great, because like tonight there's 60 or 70 people, so there's a lot of density. So we'll see here in a few minutes. Does anyone actually post? That's a real good question. But I think that's kind of the biggest thing. And I also think for anyone who's been to like, here we have ACL and things like that, right? So who are all the bands and things like that. So it's really good for like music venues where you have a constant change of artists coming. And then the artists themselves, right? They're not going to be there that long, but if you're going to see you probably all know like the top headliners, but maybe you don't know the smaller acts. But it'd be great for them to post, their playlist, where to get stuff, and what band and where they're going to go next, and things like that. So those are a couple use cases. The one I didn't mention is, well, a lot of us shop, right? Go into a retail location. There's probably lots of great deals at a retail location you don't know about. So imagine a store manager posting like, the doorbuster, but it's like a digital doorbuster, or, it could be a restaurant as well. So those are some of the ideas. Yep. So we're going to restate that question. How do I validate it? So first, you're only going to be able to post where you're at, and your phone has to be there. So that's basically what it is. You can't just put in an address. So that's kind of the entry to it. It's like your phone must physically be there, and then you can post whatever you want, that information. People can report abuse if that goes on there. If you were to post something that was offensive, if something along those lines, that would just be deleted automatically. And then everything is deleted every 24 hours. And then beyond that, monetization, we won't talk about tonight, but there's a potential to like have it a post like Station 11. Maybe they'd have events posted for a longer duration, so we could work with them. I think I have one more question. All right, you were quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll take the last one first. There is a little thumbs up, icon. So that's all we're doing right now. I'm not going to have textual-based comments. As far as monetization, all the things you just mentioned. So the idea is like all of you just use it for free. Your presence is what sort of is your ticket to use it, right? But for a retailer, they could have an event that we could basically post. I'm sorry, not an event. They could have a message they want posted all the time, and that could change, right? Same thing with a restaurant. Same thing like something here like Station 11, where you want permanence. And you'll see some of those if you open up the map. I've kind of seeded it with some things that I think are interesting around Austin. Like there's the Austin Duck Tour, for example. It's not very far from here. So it would be like an activity that you could find. Now I've kind of just put that in there for fun so we could see it. But those are some of the ideas. Okay. I think some of my questions. I'm Brandon, Voulet.com. Try it out. Come talk to me.
Okay. Next up, we have Yun.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Yun. I'm a clinical psychologist. So today I'm here to introduce the app there, which is a game that's rooted in clinical principle and guiding users to overcome social phobia. So what's social phobia? Social phobia is all about fear of judgment and fear of embarrassment, right? Quite honestly, there's some anxiety here with me right now, and just over time, I learned to dance with it. So that's how it works, right? So in clinical space, we help people with social phobia with something called exposure, just by putting yourself into anxiety-provoking experience and learn you can handle it and learn you can, make things happen with anxiety, right? So that's the purpose of this app and this game, right? So there actually is a game that's really rooted in clinical principle. And the key function is to guide people to engage in exposure activities. And also, we also incorporate a lot of the gamified features to make this experience fun and rewarding as much as we can. For example, the moment you walk into the app, you will meet your AI companion called Dara, who will be, doing a quick interview with you and just figure out your journey and your roadmap moving forward. And Dara will be with you 24/7 during this journey. And also by completing the exposure components, you can win XP for yourself. You can also win currencies within the game, and you can use the currency to buy costume or decoration for there. So your there is different from anybody else. So there are many other ways we are trying to gamify this process. So, I'm doing this project on the side. I have a private practice. I'm running my own business, very busy business. So, yes. So, I'm just here to introduce this project. And if anybody is interested, if you're a software engineering, UI designer or marketing, right? I'm happy to talk to you, connect with you, and see where we can take this project. Thank you. Of course. Yes, there's an AI agent. Yes. Absolutely right. I think that's why this app needs actually a lot of human inputs, because we need to build up a very rigid, the boundary in terms of what AI can do and cannot do. Right. So right now, the way how I train the AI agent is I feed AI with a lot of, the information I use for therapy. Just really helping the AI say, hey, this is how you talk to people, and this is how we do exposure. Right. So I just feed AI with those information. I think moving forward, we really need to build up a guardrail to making sure the AI does this work safely. Yeah, good question. Yes, I think the idea for this app right now is the alone app where people can download from App Store. And I think the way how we are framing the app is not a therapy tool, it's really a coaching tool, right? So I think we're really not doing therapy because I don't think that's something the AI is ready to do. So we're doing coaching, and the app also screens people in terms of their level of anxiety. If it's too severe, we do recommend them to seek therapy. So it's like more like mild to moderate level of social anxiety. And I think that's our target population right now. Good question. There's one more. Yes, one more question. Yes, I think again, like in therapy, we do something called exposure hierarchy, right? So we understand people's goal, what's their feared consequences, and we work with the patient or the client to design a hierarchy together. So that's what the AI model will be helping us. So basically, it's going to design a ladder, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until 10, right? They're all the bosses that's in the game. So basically, we start with number 1, level 1. Of course, if you want to jump levels, you can. But if you jump too much, the app will remind you, hey, you're jumping too much, right? And yes, and the AI can guide the user to think about the exposures and using the clinical knowledge the programmer put into the app. Good question. Okay, thank you very much.
John.
Whatever the next one, we'll come back to Bob. Evan Vanel. Yeah. All right, let's give it for Evan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Evan Vanel. I am the founder of a company called That AI Company. I know, very imaginative. I am also a senior software engineer at a credit union in Florida. I'm pretty sure most of you thought that sentence was going to end in a sexier way, but it is pretty sexy when you realize I get a front row seat to a lot of what large-scale companies have to deal with day to day when it comes to adopting new vendors. Specifically, financial institutions suffer from vendor churn. Is anybody familiar with that term by any chance? Yeah, so it's typically where you spend about 6 months going through a review and maybe sign a contract for a great new tool that there might be a lot of competitors for, may not actually meet all your requirements. 13 months later, you realize, I'm going to terminate this contract 2 years early. It's a lot of lost revenue for both the vendor and the company involved. So it's one of the reasons I built this tool called Vera. Vera essentially, to put it simply, is a speed dating platform for enterprises and vendors that focuses on a requirements-first analysis to make sure that it's actually going to solve your problem. Seems weird that the only question that is not answered often enough is, are you actually going to fix my thing? Not, do you have a great sales team? Not, do you have like an amazing marketing team? So Vera is a very simple tool that trims down vendor search, essentially, from months to minutes. Really, I'm not going to demo it because there's no humanly possible way I could demo it in 2.5 minutes. The demo is out there. We are going to be launching our beta very, very soon. We have users across Florida and Texas who are working with us to give us as much feedback as possible to make it a better product, to actually solve the biggest pain point of what I see in a vendor review pipeline, which is very underlooked, and it's called the pre-procurement phase. She's smiling right there, so I guess I got something right. Basically, the pre-procurement phase is the activation lever for the entire pipeline. If you're the person who submits a vendor, no one's going to tell you it's the wrong one for the problem you have, right? They're going to make sure they meet all the financials, that they're legally applicable, stuff like that. So essentially, Vera focuses on just trying to solve that big gap that I see in the market when it comes to that pre-procurement phase. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it there and just say, the biggest reason I'm here today is to network with all of you, get in front of you, do something extremely embarrassing, exposure, I think I heard it called, which is me exposing I'm not going to say that. But what I will go on to say is that I would love to get with each and every one of you and see if maybe we can help build Vera into a better product together by getting somebody to sign up for my beta. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm ready for some questions.
There's a question here.
Yes. No, so that's actually a very, very good real life scenario that I deal with every single day. I actually work for a financial institution. Like I said, I don't know if I said that. No, I'm just kidding. But essentially, we have to deal with vendors that quote us. I'll give you an example. Somebody mentioned ServiceNow earlier. ServiceNow is a great example for if you want to build a help desk ticketing platform, but you're a 2-person business. That's a bit like lighting a birthday cake with a flamethrower. It'll light it on fire, but if your other goal was to essentially eat the cake, you're 50% not going to meet those requirements. In terms of if our product actually, what it does to actually avoid that is really kind of focuses more on the technology available to us today with web search agents that can actually not just take text, but adapt it, filter it, if you will, based off of the context of the question. I'm going to understand something in a very, very different way if I ask it in a technical sense versus if I gave you my results and you were more on the business side. You would want more of the business side filter applied to that, right? I think that's where the biggest value gain is there, is actually explaining what a company does, if it's publicly available, in an anti-marketing and anti-salesy way, in a way that actually applies to what your business needs. I hope that answers that question. Awesome. What's money? I haven't gotten there yet. I'll let you know when I do. No, I'm kidding. Right now, our biggest model right now is focusing on pre-procurement packages. Seems like a very simple idea, but really we're just in the phase of trying to vet this as a concept or a hypothesis first. It's one of the reasons I'm not up here launching a product and mainly trying to validate the beta. The way that we're going to make money is specifically with downloading those pre-procurement packages that give you a lot of value in terms of top 10 follow-up questions. Top 30 actually is what we give. One of the biggest things you get, by the way, is a very quick compatibility score in that pack, even before you get that packet, but basically before you sign up for it. Let's say if you had a 30% compatibility score, they meet like 2 requirements that you have, something like that. You get 3 to 5 alternatives to immediately jump right into. So even if you don't download the package, you get more incentive to keep searching until you find something that you need to get in a room with an expert to essentially pretend to be one yourself and have a more meaningful conversation with these vendors where you as the customer are in control and less at the mercy of a great marketing team or sales team. I hope that answers that question.
More question?
So that's actually a fantastic question. I love ServiceNow, put that in quotes. No, I'm kidding. But one of the biggest things that a lot of companies like ServiceNow offer are vendor review platforms. As I mentioned in my not so elegant pitch, vendor review platforms are an elegant solution to an inelegant input. If you send through a bad vendor, nobody in that platform is going to actually focus on telling you that. What our competitive landscape is right now is the risk that some massive, and I'll be very straight up, some massive company like ServiceNow might realize they have severely overlooked this activation lever. It is a severely underlooked market. There's not many people focusing on the pre-procurement phase right now, so it is, and I hope I don't shoot myself in the foot by saying this publicly, a very widely underlooked or overlooked space. So as far as competitive landscape, most of our competitive landscape is essentially you going right now to ChatGPT and typing in what vendors meet my problem. But again, that gives you a jumping off point where you still have to go and investigate every single one individually. Plus, not to mention, you got to pay 20 bucks a month. I don't know, man. I'd rather just get the information and download if it's helpful, right? There was a piece. I don't know if that was a real question, but I'd like to talk to you after. And the woman that was smiling, she seemed to know some stuff about stuff. Yeah. Thank you for your time.
All right. Next up, we have Robert or Bob from Earth. Okay.
There we go. Thanks. Hi, everyone. Oh, yeah, the microphone. How's it going? I'm Bob, and I'm from the Earth, and I'm the founder of Mush Tribe. We're dosing people with mushrooms. So, everyone has heard of psilocybin. It's all over the news. Amanita is at every single head shop around town. But guess what? There's something new. This mushroom came to me from an indigenous tribe here in North America, and it helped me to heal from the sicknesses that come from modern society. And now I'm here to help share it with everyone. That's why I've gone too fast. Let me scroll back up. This mushroom has the potential to heal people from the sicknesses that come from living in a city like this one with the air, the water, the food. Oh my. So when I have this mushroom, I feel great. That's why we are working with trained clinical facilitators to offer healing with mushrooms at home through telemedicine. Now, people may be thinking in their heads, how is this legal? Well, guess what? We have a temple. That way, everyone that joins is part of our congregation, and they can experience the sacrament, which is totally fine. The great thing about this mushroom is it's endemic, meaning that there is no taxonomy for it. It's not on any government list. It has a unique experience that is unlike any other substance. It's kind of like a yuppie speedball. If you were to do a line of cocaine, a shot of espresso, and a dab of ganja before running up a mountain. It's kind of like that. And then you go on a journey. You meet your ancestors, and they're like, hey, it's time to heal and become well. That's what I did, and that's what I want to share with everyone here. We are currently raising funds. We've dosed thousands of people. 97% say it's awesome. And we have a couple hundred people that are interested in being facilitators. It only costs between $75 and $300 a month, whether you are at home, in a clinic, or a retreat center, anywhere in the US. There's no time on this thing. Oh, it's right down here. What was it, 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Okay, that's about that. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. I'm Bob. I'm from Earth. 3 questions. Huh? Insurance. No, it is not covered by insurance. Goodness gracious, no. No one would trust me with that. This guy. Yeah, that one. Uh-huh. At the same time, because their donation model. Yep. Whatever donation amount, then but they kind of don't Right. Ah, so when you go to see a therapist, you pay them for their time, right? Exactly. It is also tied in with indigenous reciprocity, so we do pay the indigenous people for the experience that they are sharing with us. And we also are then collecting the data to be published as clinical trials. So all of that does require funding that the people that are getting the experience get to offer in exchange. We do have a proprietary e-commerce platform where every payment that comes in gets converted into a cryptocurrency called Mushcoin, and then that gets put into a collective account that then gets redistributed. Thanks. Mhm. Yes, I have. Yes. You're talking about contraindications. Yes, there are contraindications. Do not ever have this mushroom and also an NDRI, an SNRI, or a beta blocker. The effects are affecting the dopamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, acetylcholine, and endorphins. So any kind of drug that's interacting with any of those is contraindicated. Dementia medication, Alzheimer's drugs, statins, any of those, yeah, that doesn't work. But if you are on those things and you have an addiction, this can help you get off of it. And I have samples. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, that was fun. Next up we have Upsha with Plushly.
Hello, everyone. My name is Afsha, and I'm probably one of the very few product-based businesses up here. So this is Tavi, and she represents one of my deepest fears, which is the unknown. As an entrepreneur, like many of you here, and as a creative, I constantly have to try new things. But trying new things scares me. So that's why I created a frog plush as a reminder to take tiny leaps into the unknown. Get it? Because she's a frog? Haha, okay. Anyways, so she represents adventure, and as she goes on her little walks in the forest, she might meet a fellow wanderer, maybe like me, or perhaps maybe like one of you in the audience, and she passes them a little scroll that's tucked in her satchel, and in it is a note from her to you, which are words of encouragement to explore the unknown. So this is my first plush product that I launched about 1.5 to 2 months ago, and I sell her on my B2C website as well as in person at vendor markets and fairs. On my B2B end, I designed plushies for university campus stores. So I recently, wait, there's a bag in there. Can I have the bag? Thank you. So this is a beaver plushie that I made for Babson College's campus store. There's another design, I don't have it on me at the moment. And I'll be making 200 plushies, $4,500 in signed contracts. And I'm also in talks with University of Houston, Texas A&M, and hopefully Harvard University on some other plushies for their campus stores because there are very few competitors in this space and it is an underserved market. Any questions? Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so I am the designer. So I work directly with the campus store managers and business owners to design the plushies. We go back and forth a couple of times, get something that they really love. Then I send it to my manufacturer to create a sample, which typically takes around 1 to 2 months and includes 3 revisions in the price. Then once the client approves the sample, then we move forward with the bulk order production, which typically takes 1 to 2 months, including production and delivery. So I'm the designer, and then I work with the manufacturer. Yeah, I'm in the process of scaling. Right now, I'm a solo founder, and I am in the talks with a few other campus university stores. We'll see how that goes.
There's one more there.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm. Okay, so I am a pretty sensitive person. I would say I have a pretty emotional personality, and ever since I was pretty young, I used to crochet my own stuffed animals because I would feel that connection with them. And I loved crocheting stuffed animals so much that I even started a business at 15 where I sold my crocheted stuffed animals on Etsy domestically and internationally. But although it was really, really fun, I ended up getting carpal tunnel. So that's why I decided to switch to manufactured plushies instead of handmade ones. And I love to embed stories into the plushies. So Tavi has her own story. It's on the website. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just written on paper. So whenever the customer they buy the plushie, they adopt Tavi, then they can open the satchel and they can untie the ribbon and then they have the note for them. It's not like in technology; it doesn't update with time. It's kind of frozen. I kind of like the beauty of that. It's like a timeless piece. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And if you want custom plushies, you can find me after. Thank you.
This one, dude.
All right, thank you. So I started my company back in 2004. We're a bespoke branding agency. And so we solved the problem of giving businesses the strategy layer that they were missing to go along with the business strategy. And so what's happened though is over the past 20 plus years, we've noticed two big problems that the mass adoption of AI tools have opened up some really interesting solutions for. The two problems are, one, you have basically the problem of distributing the brand strategy to everyone on their team. Usually agencies will build you this big, beautiful looking document, right? It's got all these pages, all this cool stuff in it. But getting everyone to read that is like homework. Getting contractors to read it, vendors to read it, everyone, it creates a lot of extra work for people. And then you have to assume that they're intelligent enough to interpret it properly and then apply it properly. The third problem is as soon as there's a change in the business, the market, a new competitor moves in, something you want to go after a different customer base, that whole strategy could be obsolete. Founders don't have the discipline to update it, so they go back to winging it again, and the brand just entropies over and over again. So what we did is, as people are mass adopting these AI tools, what we decided to do is install the brand, get it out of the founder's head, out of these PDF documents, and put it on a platform that the company, the founder, can invite everybody to. So everybody can install the brand into the AI tools they're automatically using. So everyone has a shared knowledge base they're working off of. The tools also include the contextual triggers that allow the answers that they get to be interpreted properly so everybody stays on brand. We also have the discipline to basically update that strategy anytime anything changes. We now can update this and everyone gets mass notified instantly. They update their tools and it keeps going and going. The brand stays sharp and on target. That's it. Any questions? Oh, go ahead. Right. Right. Yeah, so this is a great question. So what we do is we get the information out of the founder's head. We do market research, we do customer research. That goes into something that's called a brand codex. What it does is establishes a set of principles that the brand is operating by. Everybody has a lot of freedom in how they can apply those principles to their individual circumstances, content creators, website designers, but there are fundamental rules about the brand that are encoded that cannot be broken. Otherwise, there's no point in having the strategy. You get that drift. So there have to be some things you can't compromise on, but there's a lot of freedom to operate with it. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I didn't have very much time to get into it, but basically, once we go through the extraction process, we get the information, we build the codex, everybody gets to get invited into the platform. You get lifetime access to the platform. You'll always have it. You invite people into it. There's basically, right now, this is the MVP of this thing. It's pretty new, but you get 2 files. You just create a project, drop them in, and then there's a prompt that goes with it. Once that's done, yeah. So there are ways right now to have this completely automated and plugged into things. The problem is a lot of those features require extra fees and everything. So I made this available to the least common denominator, at least in the beginning. So it's as easy as possible for anyone to implement it. Oh, go ahead. This last one. Yeah. Yeah. You can definitely go and ask AI to build everything for you and have it stored in a project. What we do is we bring the 20 years of what we, so there's a lot of personal stuff we do. We actually go in, we interview customers. There's a whole bespoke part of it to actually creating this that's based on knowledge and experience. Then we create the tools that allows the AI to interpret that properly for the individual vendors. Now, if you're just a solo founder, you don't have as much as a problem, but as soon as you start to scale and more people get involved, how do you transfer that? I call that a founder locked brand, where the founder has all this information, it's locked in your own set of tools and things like that, and distributing that becomes a problem. So we built the platform to give you that distribution layer. And also we maintain connection with customers to update it as we go from there. That's it. That was 3 questions. Another thing, free gift, stevesbrain.com. I'll let anybody book 30 minutes to pick my brain on anything related to their website or brand. No obligation.
All right, so I want to get y'all's feedback on something. So we have about 45 minutes before we have to leave the space, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people left. That might take 20 minutes or so. That will leave about 25 minutes for us to do the raffle giveaway and the help and hire, which is when people who don't have a company but maybe want to pitch themselves as someone who's looking for employment or someone who's looking for a co-founder. It's like short pitches. So do we want to, there's 2 options, okay? So first option is we continue with the current format, and we're probably going to run the clock down, and the networking after will probably have to be done in the lobby. Or the second option is that we either shorten the pitches or we don't do all the pitches that are left on this sheet. Does anybody have a strong opinion about that? Okay, so unfortunately, if you are a remainder, unless somebody severely disagrees with that, I'm making it a democratic decision, okay? I'm not making the decision. So we're gonna have 1-minute pitches, and I'm going to say 2 audience questions.
I think
No questions? Okay, all right. Well, if no questions, then 2-minute pitches or 1-minute pitches? Okay, 1 minute. All right. My phone is on here, so keep an eye on it. Also, we're going to be in the back, and we're going to enforce it because we still have the giveaway, and I want to give people who are looking for work or looking for a co-founder an opportunity to come up. So thanks for y'all's opinion. All right, next up we have, yes, here you go. Okay.
While I bring that up, hey, I'm Manoj. I'm a second-time founder. I built a cybersecurity company for the last 6 years. It's bootstrap, profitable, and scaling. Now I'm trying to build something again. And I've just moved to Austin or Texas from India. I still don't have a car. So 2 things I'm trying to solve. One, if somebody has a solution for a credit score for immigrant founders who just moved, please catch me up. Secondly, if somebody's driving to Cedar Park or Georgetown, I want to join in. Right. Cool. So before that comes up, don't scan it right away. I'm just going to bring that up. Right. So guys, how many of you, I've removed that. I'm going to come back that. How many of you shop furniture? How many of you, have you shopped furniture or just done window shopping or so? Cool. And how many of you had gone to IKEA? Nice. Funny fact, in India, the furniture store is lesser than the restaurant in IKEA. Okay. So you will find the restaurant in IKEA is much larger than the furniture store in India. Right. So now, and how many of you also go and shop in the local brands here, local shops that you stay around? Right. Now, whenever you walk to these stores, especially even IKEA or any of the local stores, do you even wait if let's say there's only one sales guy and he's already answering questions to somebody or he's attending to some other customer? Do you even wait for that sales guy to come back to you, or you just move away? Or sometimes you say that, oh, I'm going to browse myself. Then you look for options or more information on your phone, right? We do that often. Or when you go to IKEA, you're bombarded with a lot of information. There are a lot of products in here and a lot of information confusion in here, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to address that specifically and also trying to build a sales intelligence layer specifically for local stores, local brands that we're talking about. Now you guys can scan it. And I would love the feedback. What we are trying to do is we are building out QR codes for every product in a local store, in any other store, and it opens up a sales agent for you. It's going to give you all of the information about the product, about anything that you want, not just technical information and the measurements like, will that fit in that corner or will that give a length or measurements? But you can ask questions like, I have kids, how about stains? Or I've got a dog, how about scratches? All of that information. So it's pretty friendly. You could also have pricing discussions in that, financing discussions in that. We'd love to get your feedback on it. And we are starting to implement with 15 stores in Austin in the coming couple of weeks. Thanks, people.
Lakshmi?
Hello, everybody. This is Lakshmi Kiranmai Goduru, and I'm the founder of Kata AI. Kata AI is not just a tool; it's my dream from past 2 years. I've completed my master's from Wichita State University, and after that, I've joined a company. Since then, I've been in the struggle. Like, did you ever imagine how it will be like if you're getting a call in mid 2 a.m. and just trying to figure out why the cloud cost increased and how is it going to come down? The real question here is like most of the companies these days are using AI, and some of the most used clouds these days are AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. These are the most prominent clouds that there was. Apart from that, there are n number of cloud platforms that most people don't aware of. And initially, I'm trying to launch this application with few cloud platforms. Those were AWS, Azure, GCP, and Snowflake, along with the Databricks and DigitalOcean. Most of my competitors for this tool were Vantage, Cloud.io, and Stripe. Basically, what they did is like they were mainly concentrating on the enterprise users, the big companies, but they were not focusing on the small, mid companies. So I'm targeting mid companies and making their scale their buildings. And imagine when they're using multi environments, the cloud, they're not even realizing how these clouds have been grading them. Sometime there is a pinpoint where if they can analyze a point, like if they can reduce the cloud usage by shutting down some of the unwanted resources or ideal warehouses. So in that way, if I'll just give you a small dive, if you since the time is very less, I'm just wrapping it up without taking much time. But Kata AI is live, and it's just running live with 6 cloud platforms at the moment. If anybody was interested, or if I don't know if any of your FinOps teams here, I would love to take a feedback from you. If anybody wants to join hands with me, I wanted to be a part of you. Because I'm solo founder, including this application, I've developed everything on my own. If you simply go to this live demo, and each and every feature just came here is from the pain point that I addressed from the users. So I would love to know your feedback, and my page doesn't have any testimonial set. Any review that you wanted to give, I'm happy to listen from you guys. That may be good or bad, or any suggestion I would love to take from you, and just explore. I'm happy to give initial users gets free access for, since I'm beta testing this version at the moment. So I'm happy to explore, and thank you for giving me the stage today.
Okay. I'm gonna change the stopwatch to a timer, y'all. There's gonna be a noise that goes off now. Okay, so next up we have James. And once the timer goes off, y'all are welcome to start clapping to encourage the founders, okay?
Thank you. How many of you have had your kids say that you spend too much time on your phone? Raise your hand. Couple, few. So I'm James Walker. I work with entrepreneurs, specifically fathers, to help them be more present with their families. I do that in a couple different ways. I create boundaries around their cell phones with no apps, no blockers, just creating the relationship around it. And then I create a relationship around your business where you're not working in your business all the time, but rather on your business. So you get more time back with your friends, your family, your kids, and get to do, oh, by the way, 30% more revenue on top of it as well. So James Walker, also known as Texas Radar from the military. I also do 2 free coaching sessions. If anyone has any questions. Thank you. 3, 2, One, look at that.
All right, Jot, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay.
Hey guys, my name is Jot. I created my own personal website, and frankly, I have two startup businesses and a logistics company, but I don't think talking about those will help anyone in the room. So I personally had 200 employees at one point, and now I run a team of about 40, and I have two startups. I just wanted to give away my knowledge because I do some consulting on the side. I won't BS you. Sometimes people's co-founders, or sometimes when people are asking people questions, either they're technical or they're non-technical, they might not tell you straight up if it's a really bad idea or it's a great idea or how you can make it better. I personally taught myself how to code over the last couple of years. I built everything myself, including my own companies, and I've worked with software engineers. I have a special skill set, let's say, operator, founder, builder, real clients, done multi-million-dollar deals, done real estate, done a bunch of other things. I'm turning 30 in a few weeks. It's a pretty round thing to do. So I have a few topics on my website. You can take a look. It goes anywhere from you doing interviews, from doing negotiations, consulting, tech, travel, health, mindsets, security, pretty much wildcards, whatever you want. You can reach out to me on my website and I can help you out. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, next up we have Oliver.
Hello, good evening. I was planning to get nervous for 2 minutes. Now I just need to get nervous for a minute. So my name's Oliver Zapanta. I'm the founder of OzIQ. I'm building this. This is a cohesive view for BI platforms. So has anyone here who run a report in your office, like, and it slows down? Let's say day-to-day run it runs like 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden it slows down, right? So that's what we're building with OzIQ. So imagine a 5-second report runs 1 minute. The impact could be, thousands of dollars in lost productivity. It could potentially also be lead to an outage, and sorry, but yeah. So impacts 200 users, right? So.
Yeah, the 1 minute is tough. All right. Next up, we have John Paul.
I'm not going to take your time. My name is John Paul Oga, originally from Nigeria. I live in Austin. This is my side project, turns to a full-blown product. My day job, I'm an engineering manager for Coast, the retail company. So, yeah. So this app, I created this app because I'm not sure I've gone to Lovable or one of those websites that founders use to create their own personal website. For their company. Most times when you use this platform, they are so tightly coupled to the platform itself, and you can't use it to build highly complicated software. Like the guy that came talking about he wants to build some automation, some things like that. This platform can build any kind of software for you. I've also developed some open source software you can use to build set up AI agent that build your code for hours without no human intervention. So yes, check out this platform, sign in, and build.
Okay, last person. If you are, I think it's Arif. Okay, come on up.
Hello, everyone. So I'm going to try to keep this very short as I'm the very last edition. So as everyone knows, 3D printing works very well for prototyping. and injection molding works very well with serial manufacturing. But the problem is there is nothing in between. This is especially important when we try to source everything from China. So with Flow, we try to bridge that gap. It's basically we build Flow desktop injection system to basically bridge that gap. And this is we have 4 different patents on this device. Actually, we have validated demand. We have close to $500,000 in sales last year, and on Kickstarter we have 184K in sales as well. We have been. I'm the founder of the company actually. We have been in business for almost 12 years now in manufacturing business. But our main problem was always that 5 to 500 parts. How are we going to source that? So that's why we try to bridge the gap with Flow. That's basically it. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you guys. That was great. I know that was tough for the 1-minute founders, and you don't even get questions, so that was amazing. Okay, so 2 things left to do. If you are interested in getting a free JetBrains subscription, please scan this QR code and fill it out. JetBrains is essentially someone can explain it better, but it's something for free if you want to get it, fill it out. But more specifically, it's a personal subscription to any one of the IDEs. If you're a software developer or know a software developer or employ a software developer or your mom's a software developer, fill it out. It's a great gift for them. So yeah. And we'll do the giveaway in about 1 minute after y'all fill it out. Is anyone still filling it out? Anybody need more time? Okay, sounds good.
There's a couple of people filling it out. Right, 10 more seconds to go. Okay, we'll give another 5 minutes, sorry, 5 seconds. Not 5. And let's see, where we have our all right, so let's do the giveaway. I don't know if I can.
We've got a winner.
Jake Yoon. All right, congratulations, Jake Yoon. And we'll send you the coupon code after this event tonight, and you can use it within 3 months, 90 days. All right, congratulations.
Okay, awesome. So I want to give an opportunity for the next about 5 minutes or so to anybody who might have a desire to get a job. Maybe if you are unemployed, then maybe you should pitch yourself. Feel free to stand up from where you're standing, or just stand up where you are already, or you can come up on the stage. But if you are looking for work, or if you're hiring for something in particular, if you're looking for a technical co-founder, just stand up, quick 15, 30-second pitch about what you do, and then maybe it'll catch someone's ear and they can find you afterwards, and y'all can continue the conversation. So anybody on this side of the room want to say anything really fast?
Hi, my name's Beth, and I'm basically starting my own fractional data business. So all you people who are trying to do everything with AI, you need me, because you can't have AI without what I do. So
awesome.
Anyone else? Okay.
Hi guys, my name is Torian Johnson. I have my own products that I'm working on and founding, but one of my main passions has always been helping other people. I wanted to be a teacher since I was young. I've open sourced my workflow. It's really about systems thinking. No matter what you're working on, you want to externalize an idea and bring it into production. That doesn't matter if it's software, if it's plushies, if it's embedded. Everything we make it can be boiled down to digital specs. So I open source a methodology for whatever you're working on, bringing it from an idea to production. And it's on GitHub. You can ask me my GitHub and I'll share it with you.
Yeah, I'm also willing to help any startup. One thing I would say, if you are looking to build a web application, not a website, pages for your ideas, check out my app. It's going to build whatever kind of app that you need. Also, if you need help with AI as well, I'm willing to help anyone, trying to build stuff with AI. Like I said, I develop an open source tool that can set to work for hours or days from one feature to another, going through the entire software development lifecycle without any human intervention. So yeah, reach out to me. God bless you.
Thank you. Anyone looking for work or hiring or? Yeah.
Hello, everybody. As I mentioned, I'm looking for a co-founder at the moment. I'm a solo developer and who developed the whole idea. And I'm also looking for someone who can review my website. And if you can give me any guidance, or if you guys are going through any of the pain points with your cloud providers or anything of such, that if you're a mid-scale or maybe startup, maybe this is your right start to scale whatever the resources that you're just wanted to reduce your cloud waste by 30 to 40%, just get in a drive and just see how it goes and how it works for you, especially. I'm not forcing you, but I'm just saying if it helps, just give it a try. And you don't have to sign up. There is a live demo where you can dive into each and every feature that the live demo, which is applied on the practical sessions, which I've received from top tier companies from the previous OES data. It's a real data that you can see, but I could not disclose those companies' name, but the data is genuine. Even though that's a simulation, but that's a real fact. So you can just align with your clouds because most of the companies these days are using and relying on multiple cloud providers. They're not using one cloud. So if you are a multi-cloud user and if you're a startup, maybe this is a place, just give it a try. And my testimonial is waiting for the first customer. Just give it your review. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Erica. I'm a sales recruiter. I founded like an agency. I'm hiring in San Francisco if anyone's looking for a job. I also do coaching for salespeople. So if you guys have any questions on what to say in interviews, let me know.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Doherty. I'm based out of New York City, and my background is in fashion public relations. I just recently left my job to work on my own. So if any of the startups here are looking for any sort of marketing or PR needs, feel free to connect with me.
Can you pass it on to?
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Bijan. I'm looking for a marketing person to join our team. So maybe I'll connect with you. Yeah, so anyone that has like really good experience of making like content go viral, knowing like target demographics and all that good jazz. Or if anyone is looking for someone to take under their wing to get to shadow and stuff, I am open to opportunities to learning the best like ins and outs of the field, but let me know. We'll like connect and talk.
Anyone else in this section? Oh.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's John. I founded a non-medical caregiving company named after my grandfather. So currently my technical co-founder is my cousin, and he lives on the West Coast. So if you are a technical co-founder and you are not my cousin, I'd love to talk to you.
Anyone else here? Oh.
Hey, sorry you mentioned this. As far as Astra Origins, the web is coming up live very soon, and we are currently taking advertisements. So the first advertisement is going to be free for the first 4 months, and we are offering discounts on the up to the 5th advertisement. And we are currently accepting any beta users, anyone who's welcome to figure out bugs, glitches, any feedback on how to better suit the UX, UI, anything, just come find me. Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you. Anyone else here? Oh, yeah. We'll go this way then.
Right. Pull up my website real quick. Hi, my name is Michael Schultz. I do go-to-market and sales consulting, mostly fractional CRO for companies that already have product market fit and are escaping founder-led sales. But I wanted her to pull up my website real quick because I built a GPT app tool in the bottom right-hand corner there. There's a little button. It says, try our free pitch assistant. And it walks you through a 7-step process to do a beautiful story-led lightning pitch that maybe be helpful for some founders that have never done it before.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome. Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Chirag. Just a quick thing. I built a CRM especially for people with ADHD. It's super easy because actually I hate using CRM. So this one that I built, it's actually fairly easy to use. I'm not looking for anything other than people to just test it out and just give some feedback. So I'll give you guys the website. It's commissioniq.io. But yeah. No, you don't need that. You don't need that with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello again, guys. So again, anybody excited about voice AI? If you are personally excited, or if you know anybody who might be excited, especially if that's like a technical person. So I'm really looking for like technical co-founders, and we have an amazing team with 2 people with master's degrees that we're working on. If anybody is excited about joining it, it would be really cool. And of course, marketing specialist, that's maybe our main bottleneck now. So if anybody is excited about voice AI and want to work on that, so please feel free to reach out.
Thank you.
You want to sit for a minute? No, go ahead. Hey, so 4 things pretty much. One, as I mentioned, my earlier company is Sockly.io, SOCLY.io, which is into an SOC 2 automation platform. So pretty much everybody would need compliances. I could help you out there. Secondly, I'm still looking for that ride to Cedar Park. Do let me know. Thirdly, what I also do is I advise startups who are trying to sell from other regions to the US markets. I could help you out there. Fourth, I'm taking catalyst checks. What I call is all of us, I consider ourselves as catalysts. Somebody who's not even a founder, but the founding group or everybody who's trying to do something, right? We're taking catalyst checks of about $1,000. And if we hit 50, we'll do a raffle for a recliner from a furniture store, right? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone here?
Hello, my name is Alfonso Barreto. I'm with Card Social. I'm looking for seed. If anybody wants to invest money into the app and be in everybody's phone, that's my very intent. And my other intent is to be with you guys, and I can bring the pizzas as long as we can use my QR code to interact. Our main purpose is to have connections with purpose and the privacy that the app gives.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Looking for co-founders, hiring, work, or you can share your experience with others. All right, I think
that is the entire event. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for pitching. That was a really cool lineup of amazing companies and startups and ideas today. So our next event is Monday, June 1st. First day of next month. It's pretty easy to remember. This room, 6 p.m. Hope to see y'all there, and have a safe drive home. Thank y'all.
don't forget the parking validations for people that parked here in the garage.
Thank
you. All right. We'll be so basically the slides and things like that. So We'll have the slides up hopefully tonight or by tomorrow morning. It'll be on austinstartupmeetup.com on the latest blog post, okay? Oh.
If anybody, quick thing, if you're a founder that pitched and you want to take a group photo at the front, feel free to come. We're going to do a group photo for anybody who wants to take a photo.
Founders that pitched,
You can.
oh, sorry. For any founders that pitched, that wants to do a group photo, please come on the stage, please.
Thank you so much.
All right, no worries. All right. Yeah, parking validation if you park in the garage. Yeah, parking.
Then where do I get the JetBrains thing?
Oh yeah, so I'll send you the coupon code to your email. So you submitted your email, right? So yeah, I'll send you. Thank you. Oh.